लाइव। हाँ अभी हो गए लाइव।
Thank you, Swapnil sir, for giving me this opportunity as a expert lecture as a talk with Google Developer Student Clubs, DMIHR. Now we are this last 15 to 20 days we are doing something like Google GCP. Right? So we are conducting lots of labs, we are conducting lots of the hands-on sessions also. So what is exactly a Google Cloud, right? And where it is used? What is the real-time applications of all these visualizations? So after completing all these things, suppose my time is the last 2-3 years back, I'm completing 7 certifications of the Google, right? So after completing the 7 certifications, they are recognized as a Google Cloud Architect, right? The recognition is like Google Cloud Architect. So what is the role of this Google Cloud Architect? Basically, so the architect is basically to design the Google Cloud applications, right? Or to design the Google architecture. So how it exactly is built? Which type of applications are there, right? So this is this is just introductory session is there. What are the applications? How to configure the cloud? Which type of applications they are the cloud? Right? Where it is used? How it exactly locally or globally we are accessible? All our applications integration or APIs or etc. etc. So before start our session, basically this is the agenda, right? The first one like the need of computing, what is cloud computing, cloud services, then zones and uh, the regions, and these are some demos. But demo, I'm not conducting any demo right now because you are already doing this, all these things, right? For the first year students and all remaining students, those are not a part of the student club. We are conducting the separate session, how to handle the Google Cloud, right? Or otherwise, next year you are the part of the GCC Google Cloud Club, student club, and you are doing this hands-on practice on the next year. So, so this is a traditional e-commerce scenario, right? This is a traditional e-commerce scenario, right? So before the Amazon or the Flipkart or the Alibaba is there, so there is a traditional e-commerce websites or traditional retail stores are there, right? So what the scenario is like that we are just go to that particular place, in the retail places or the retail shop, we are purchasing something, some goods, right? Or some important things. So we are paying some bills, we have to pick the all the goods and just go to the home, right? So these are real-time scenario of the traditional e-commerce websites or the traditional e-commerce scenario, right? So after that, we are just go to the particular web. For example, DMart is there or the Big Bazaar is there. So we are going go to that particular shop or the mall. We are purchasing some goods. We are paying the billing amount to the store person, right? After that, we are just go to the home. So all the goods and all the the important things or the purchase items delivered by the particular company or the retail shop, right? So this is a second scenario. Now the third scenario is after this scenario they are introducing some websites. For example, Amazon is there, Flipkart is there, the third one is Myntra is there. So all these types of website introduces by these e-retail companies or the retail companies, right? To purchase some
goods from that particular websites. After the websites, they are delivering the goods from international level also, right? Suppose I want to purchase an iPhone from any other global location, for example, from the America. So they are also delivering this type of items to the India also, right? So we are purchasing the items internationally. After that, right now we are using the mobile phones, right? So mobile app also introduced by this type of e-commerce company. For example, Amazon, right? So Amazon all means the retail stores in our mobile phone in the form of application, right? Android application. So using this Android application, we are purchase some goods or we are just ordering some things to the Amazon or to the Flipkart or to the Myntra, right? So the item is delivered within 2 to 3 days at our home. Got it? So this is the overall scenario in the traditional e-commerce website. But how exactly it using the cloud concept? All these companies are using the cloud concept. So after deploying all these concepts on the Google Cloud, right? The congestion, the network traffic is increased, right? So network traffic means what? So there is a lots of e-commerce websites are present right now. So the congestion is more. The network traffic is also increased. So how to handle all these things? So for handling this type of the increased network or the traffic, so we required this type of powerful applications or the powerful tools. For example, we required some servers also, powerful servers. But it is not very easy to go to the market and purchase the server, high cost server. So the cost of server is very high. So how exactly we deploy our project on the cloud? Right? For this purpose, the Google GCP or the Microsoft Azure or the another cloud service provider companies are provide all these things. Like our Google Cloud is divided into 3 different categories. Basically, the third year students know all these things, right? Ask, pass, and SaaS. These are the 3 categories, right? So using these 3 categories, using these services, the retail companies or other companies are deploying their project on the cloud. Got it? So how exactly it works? Before proceeding all these things, we are just some cloud service providing companies or some the company's organization facing some problems. Problems like, for example, database and security. Suppose we have to use some local server, right? So that time we are facing some problems. The problems like the database and security. Security is the main concern in the e-commerce companies, right? Because each and every e-commerce company store our credit card data, right? The credit card information. Again, the security issue is there. So this type of security issue is not handled by local person or the local service provider company. So there is another the issue faced by the e-commerce company. Then increasing cost. Day by day, each and everything, the hardware or the software or the manpower, the cost is increasing. Again, there is a burden on that particular retail companies. Now scalability issue is also there. Right? Suppose I want to extend the memory of my server, existing server, then the scalability issue is also there. So again, go to the market, purchase some storage devices and upgrade our devices. It takes too much time. If the downtime is there, then but obviously your sale is also down. Sometimes the server is under maintenance. We are facing some issue on the Amazon also. Sometimes our app is not working. The offline something the message is like showing on the Amazon app. At that time, the server is in the maintenance phase only, right? So how to avoid all these things? Then again the solution is like we are using the Google Cloud platform only, right? Now the next one is the managing servers. This is another big task, right? For managing the servers, we require the skillful manpower, right? It's called as a DBA, database administrator. The skillful manpower is again there is a big task to find out this type of person to handle the big servers. And the last one is a fast and fault tolerant. Basically, suppose we are dealing with the big data. So how to process the big data? So for processing the big data, we have there is a Hadoop. There is a one concept to handle the big data also. But for the Hadoop installation and Hadoop to set up the Hadoop, it is very the cost is very high to purchase such type of reliable hardware and all these things. So again, there is a very the fast processing is a very big challenge in the local servers. So avoid all these problems, right? So we have one big solution, and the solution is like Google Cloud, right? The solution is like a Google Cloud. So which type of services provided by Google only? The services is like database and security. So Google is always to provide one type of services, and the services is like the services means security and storage. So we all of you we are using the Google Gmail, right? Or the Google Drive. So the Gmail and Google Drive, these are the applications of Google Cloud only. Because we are using the storage of Google Cloud only, right? we are not storing our documents or data at a local server. We are storing our data on the Google server only. So these are the applications of Google Cloud. Now the remote access to device, right? So the Google Cloud Storage with Google Drive or the Gmail applications we are using in our laptop, right? We are accessing in our laptop, we are accessing in our mobile phone also, and in our desktop also, right? So the device or the applications we are accessing anywhere on the remote devices also. So these are the best functionality provided by Google Cloud or any cloud service provider. Now dynamically scalable servers. So when we are using the cloud computing, so it is, we are easily upgradable all these things because we are just paying some money to that particular service provider and we are upgrade our servers also, right? This is a very big advantage. And the fast computation, right? Fast computation means again, because each and every cloud service provider, they are working with the fast processing only. Otherwise होगा क्या? Sometimes अगर server अगर down हो जाता है या processing अगर slow हो जाता है, तो we got the responses very slowly, right? अगर responses slow में अगर मिलता है हम लोगों को, आप समझ सकते हो कि इसका बहुत सारे disadvantages भी है, right? So for avoiding such things, so the fast computation is always provided by the Google Cloud. Now clear? What are the services provided by Google Cloud? What are the advantages? Now what is exactly mean by Google Cloud? एक imagination एक real time example आपको उनको बताता हूँ, right? For example, मुझे Android Studio पे काम करना है for developing the applications, right? Android applications. सबसे पहले आप लोग क्या करोगे? What is the scenario? सबसे पहले आप लोगों को क्या लगेगा? System लगेगा, basic thing. फिर second one,
requirements.
environment setup, right? But environment setup में सबसे पहले क्या लगेगा? We want the Android Studio. We want Android Studio, but we want Android Studio license version. We are not using the student version, right? Because it's a limited with only students. But we want commercial license version. And the commercial license versions are very costly. So how to purchase it? So the Google Cloud Service Provider or any cloud service provider provide this application via Google Cloud. The application is present on the cloud only. So they are providing us the username and password to access that particular Android application, right? Or Android Studio. So we are just entering the ID and password, and we are accessing all these commercial, the licensed software, the enterprise software easily at our end, at the client end, right? So there is no need to purchase the Android application. Sometimes, हो सकता है ना सर कि we have one project only, right, to develop the application. So why we are purchasing the 5 lakh, 7 lakh of license for the Android Studio, right? So we are directly go to the cloud service provider. We are just demanding, just provide me a Google, the Android Studio for creating the application, right? After completing our work, we are paying some money to that particular cloud service provider, and the money is also calculated as per the hours. How many hours we are using this particular application, right? So these are the services provided by the Google Cloud application, right? Now, so we have some the cloud services. Again, these three types of services: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So the first one is a infrastructure as a service. Second one is a platform as a service, and the last one is software as a service. So what is the difference between all these on-premises and these are the three different services, right? So in the on-premises, so we are working with all these things, right? Application, data, runtime, middleware, operating system, virtualization, server, storage, and networks. It means there is a real-time example in our college also. So there in the server room we have a big server, right? So each and everything is installed on the server, but in the on-premises. Sometimes there is one concept we are also implementing, right? Intranet. No one is working on that. Intranet concept, right? So intranet concept is restricted within our campus only, right? So outside the campus, we are not accessing the intranet portal because again it is restricted with campus only, right? It is work with the intranet only. So all these internet types of services, we are deploying on the on-premises basis, right? On-premises basis. Now the concept is changed when the organizations or the Google, Microsoft, or the Amazon introduces the Google Cloud services, right? The scenario is like that. Right now we are using IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS services. So there is one famous example. For example, we are just considering the infrastructure as a service. Suppose I want to create one infrastructure, hardware infrastructure for the networking, right? So for creating this type of environment, I want server, switches, right? Hubs, then routers, Wi-Fi routers, right? And one big server. So server is a physical entity, basically. So we are storing each and everything on the server. But the server is very costly to purchase, right? So almost the minimum price of lowest price of the server is like 3 lakh. So 3 lakh onward the servers are is available in the market, right? So is it possible to buy all these servers for limited time of period to complete our project? Not possible, right? So how to purchase it? So we are demanding all these type of servers online mode only. And this type of examples under the infrastructure as a service, because we are demanding the infrastructure for that particular cloud service provider. Now the second one example is a types of operating system right now, right? Linux, we are working on the Linux operating system and Windows operating system. But sometimes I want to implement some applications for iOS. Is it possible to buy iOS and then to implement the application? And it's not possible, because again the iOS is a license operating system, right? So for that particular time period, for 1 month or 2 months or 1 year, right? We are purchasing, or we are just rented all these things operating system from the Google Cloud Service provider. So there is no need to purchase physically. We are not paying that much money for the particular software or the application operating system, right? So they are providing with the help of virtualization. So there is one concept present in the cloud also, right? Virtualization. So in the single system or one standalone system, we are installing the different types of operating systems, right? With the help of virtualization. So using the virtualization, we are providing the operating systems also. And the last one is software as a service. Right now, we are using, most of the time, we are using the software as a service only. For example, Gmail, Gmail under the software as a service, because Gmail application is already installed on the Google server. The network is also established by Google only. The server, or the switches or hubs or the Wi-Fi routers is already present with Google only. So each and everything is provided by Google only. We are just accessing in our mobile phones or our handheld devices only, right? So all these things are under the software as a service. Now the another one example, famous example, Instagram. Instagram, Instagram is under the software as a service only, because each and everything is stored on the Google storage only, right? There is no physical server. Each and everything is stored on the Google only, right? So we are using only the interface of that particular Instagram application. So the deployment, the maintenance, data, security, storage, each and everything is present on the Google Cloud platform. So this is the scenario of Google Cloud services. Now these are the big players in the market. They are providing the Google services or the Google Cloud services. Physical ocean. How many are aware about the physical ocean? Yes. Physical ocean. And the VMware. The VMware basically, in previous days, they are only providing the virtualization concept. There is one application present in the VMware, and they are providing physically, right? There is one application only. Right now, the VMware work with the cloud services also. So this is a big player of cloud service provider in the market. Cloud platform, yes, Google. Right now, we are working on that, GDSC. Third one is, next one is Amazon Web Services, AWS. People know about AWS, right? Amazon Web Services. It's a big player in the market, right? The market share is 30% almost, as compared to all the other competitor companies. Now, Microsoft Azure. There is another one. Microsoft Azure. So again, Microsoft is also provided the Google Cloud Service. Sorry, not Google Cloud Service, Cloud Services, right? Join it, then IBM Cloud and Verimax. So all these are the big companies, big players in the market. They are providing the cloud services, right? Which type of cloud services? ASPAS and SaaS. These are the big services. Now again, why go for the cloud platform? Again, it provides some applications, the important applications like YouTube, Gmail, Google Drive on remote places also, right? So that's why we are using the Google Cloud platform. Basically. These are the applications. Most of the applications we are using in our daily life, and all these applications under the work with the Google platform only. Now, why GCP is important, right? So GCP is a cost-effective as compared to AWS. The rate of the GCP, means Google Cloud platform, is very low, is less. Then the second one is highly scalable. We have to easily upgrade our devices, because all the devices are in the rented basis only. The next one is custom machine types. We have to simply customize the application or customize the hardware devices. The Internet of Things, right? So last 5 years, Google is also working with the Internet of Things. So they are providing some applications, right? They are providing some services regarding the Internet of Things. So these are some automation tools are available with the Google only. Right now, the secondary students are working on the smart devices, right? So they are using one application. The application name is third is secondary students. There is an application, right? The application group is not there, right? There is a free of cost application available with the Google Play Store, right? So using this application, we are using the IoT devices, right? Internet of Things devices. So next is API platform ecosystem. So we are aware of the API, right? Application programming interface. So what is the use of this API? So we are accessing all the server services via the API only. Application service, application programming interface. For example, we are using mobile applications in our mobile phone, right? The mobile application is just a GUI. But each and everything is connected via the API only. Means our application is directly connected to the bank server using the API, application programming interface. Again, all these things are stored on the Google, means the cloud, and we are accessing all these services via the API only. So API is also provided by Google. Now, big data analytics. Right? This is another one provided by Google Cloud providers, right? Next one is Cloud AI. Now, last year, Google introduces the Cloud AI concept. What is Cloud AI? Again, the artificial intelligence is there. So the cloud is also managed by AI. There is no human intervention, right? कोई भी वहाँ पे इंजीनियर नहीं, डेटा इंजीनियर या डेटा साइंटिस्ट नहीं है तो हैंडल दी क्लाउड. So cloud is automatically managed by AI, artificial intelligence. These are the services introduced by Google. And the last one is serverless. Serverless means what? There is no physical server present in our premises, right? Each and everything is present on the cloud. This is the important thing. Amazon AWS, the market share is 35%, right? But the Google is on the top in the annual growth rate, right? Why? There is a big difference in between the Amazon AWS and Google. There is only one difference, as per my knowledge, right? Amazon provides a very simple GUI to the end user. AWS, right? Just drag and drop is there, right? But in the GCP, Google Cloud Platform, we are only accessing each and everything via the command prompt, right? Black color screen is there, some commands are there, we are just performing and create the cloud environment. So that's why the market share of the Amazon AWS is 35%, right? As compared to Google. But yes, definitely, Google is on the growth right now. 100% growth, annual growth will be Google. So again, these are the cloud platform services. जिसमें हमारे 140 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, 140 स्टूडेंट. इसमें से कुछ ना कुछ तो यूज किया होगा आपने, राइट? सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं कंप्यूटिंग यूनिट. सो वी आर सिंपली कंप्यूटिंग एनवायरनमेंट. क्या होता है इसके अंदर? वी आर यूजिंग द CLI commands. It's called as a GCI command. So using the commands, we are creating the zones. We are creating visions, and we are creating also buckets. Right? With the help of all these three things, we are deploying our project on the Google Cloud. Right? So other things also are present with the Google. So GCP regions and zones is very important, right? GCP regions and zones. So what is the basic difference between zones and region? So in India, the GCP is present. The GCP zones or region is present in the Mumbai only, right? It's called as a landing point. Landing points of Google. So we are accessing the zone or regions from the Mumbai only. So in Asia zone, we have 3 different regions. And all these 3 regions are present in the Mumbai only, right? So we are, upload each and everything. We are dealing with each and everything with the Mumbai zones and regions only, right? It means we are accessing all the cloud services from the Asia related teams only, all the servers only, right? So how exactly it looks like? So there is one website is there. The website name is submarine tables. I think so. All are aware about this thing. Submarine tables, right? So KG geography is a big organization handled by this thing, right? So this is India, right? So in the India, in Mumbai, so in the India, Mumbai, right? there is one region. This is the landing point of our submarine cable, AFC cable. It is located in Mumbai only, right? This is the landing point of Google Cloud Services also, right? So Google Cloud Services or Google Cloud Office of the data warehouse present in the Mumbai region only. As well as right now, they are expanding their landing points of regions, right? So each and everything is they are expanding their regions of zones. So what's the use of these regions and zones basically, right? The regions and zones basically used for load balancing, right? It's used for load balancing only. Otherwise, sometimes we are using some other countries zones or the regions. So each and everything is present on that particular region only, right? So it increases the load of that particular zone. So how to distribute the load from this particular zones and region? That's why we are using the Asia specific only, right? So Asian zones are already present in the India. In the India, it's present in the Mumbai only, right? So each and everything is connected to the OFC only. So all these colorful lines are indicated as optic fiber cables. It is connected to the each and every country, right? This is very useful in the GCP, right? So basically, these are the three layers work with the regions and zones. So the first one is the zonal resources, regional resources, and global resources. So right now we are working with the zonal resources exactly, right? Because they are providing the VM instances and AX. They are only providing the infrastructure, right? All these, the AS and PaaS services. SaaS and PaaS services we are accessing from the regional resources and global resources, right? Right now in India, Mumbai, we have landing points. We are only using the zonal resources, right? In the zonal resources, they are only providing virtual machine instances and disk availability. Got it? So you know that here, right? Zones and regions create it.
Yes.
At that time, we are using Asia only, right? Asia 18 or Asia 20 is there. ये आपको पता ही फॉर एग्जांपल बहुत सारे लोगों का इंटरेस्ट बढ़ गया इसके अंदर राइट सो गूगल आल्सो प्रोवाइड्स 12 months free subscription almost $300 right so each and everyone do not use official email ID for creating the GCP account use your own personal email ID right create your account so it's 12 months free of cost right we are providing some cloud services for the students for the hands-on purpose only so create one application deploy your application on the cloud platform. This is for hands-on purposes. Now the next one is this is a GCP tool actually. So they are providing these type of services. CloudCon, APIs, tools, AIS, IPS, app engines and etc. This is the GUI of Google. And now these are the complete services provided by Google. Then again, networking is also provided by Google. इसके लिए आप लोगों को hands-on practice is very important. There is one concept CDN. Now CDN basically we are using each and every application. Right? So CDN means what is the full form of CDN? The full form of CDN is like content delivery network. Content delivery network. So using the CDN we are accessing each and every application from the cloud. Now these are the storage services provided by Google Cloud. Now big data is also important because without big data cannot anything, right? And the next one is the important thing is machine learning. Google Cloud platform also providing some machine learning tools like the cloud machine learning, speech API, the natural language API, vision API, blocks API, translation API. There is no need to purchase all these APIs from the open market, right? So each and everything is provided by Google Cloud platform. There is a difference between the Amazon AWS and cloud. Cloud provided all these services free of cost. But at the Amazon AWS services, they are charging for their particular services, right? This is the advantage of GCP. So these are the security also provided by Google, right? And these are the management tools. So using these management tools, we are basically handling all the things, right? Regarding the Google Cloud. So the tools are very from the service provider. So each and every service provider cannot be available or provide all these type of services. Some services are available with the Amazon, some services are available with the Microsoft Azure, and some services are available with Google Cloud services. Google Cloud. समझ गया? इसका यूज हमारा Google Cloud में यूज कर रहे थे. इसका एक सबसे आगे का फंडा यही है. Suppose you are just completing all your 7 Google Cloud examinations or certifications. So you are recognized as a Google Cloud architect. Google Cloud architect. There is a advantage or क्या हो सकता है? Just forget this one, right? जब भी आप जॉब के बाहर जाओगे, सबसे पहले आपको important ये रहेगा, right? Which type of certification you are done during your BTech, right? अगर हमारे पास we have 7 certificates, some of we have completed. We are recognized as a Google Cloud architect at BTech level. It's a big achievement for us, right? Same like Microsoft Azure also provided such type of the applications or the certification. Same like it. Amazon AWS services. Amazon AWS services. Got it? Thank you so much.
One mic is
So I would like to thank Chetan sir that we have delivered this session and we came to know what are the application, what are the services, what is different between region and zone. Right now till the date we are doing the practical hands-on session, but we don't know how to use it. What are the real world application in the field of cloud. So I would like to thank Chetan sir and all of you. And one thing I want to discuss with all of you that only 72 students have completed both paths. And enrolled students are 157, I think.
148.
148. So, why you have not grasped this opportunity? I want to know from you. We are wait for you till 7 p.m. and in holidays also we came, but you have not done these all things properly. After that, some another events will also come in that you will not get this opportunity. So guys, please do this seriously and give you 100%.
So total 148 students have enrolled in Google Cloud campaign. So till now only 72 students have completed the both pathway. That is Google Cloud Computing Foundation and one GenAI. So in coming into the tier 1, we want total 80 students. So total 8 students are remaining. If you want to complete, you can complete ASAP because deadline is near and lots of students are there who is not completing the GenAI courses as well as. So complete the GenAI courses and and there are and there are more than 30 plus students are there till now they have not reading the code and not started the Google Cloud Computing Foundation. Can I know why you are not started and why you are not completing the courses? Till now your score is 0 and not completed each module. Lots of students are there. See, you are getting one opportunity from the Google Developer Students Club. You should utilize that opportunity because that things is not provided in free of cost. You are the member of Developer Students Club. We are going to conduct various events by the Google. So try to get utilize that benefit from the Google. So once you complete the both pathways and all, you we are going to share one template in that you can add your batches, and we are going to provide also one draft. You can so that you can share on in the LinkedIn also. So apart from that, any queries if you are facing related to the apps like your quota has been exist like more than 5 times you have completed the lab. So when you facing that error, you should mail to that Quick Labs. So dsc.quicklabs email ID is provided by them. So you can just go through that and email them so that they can resend your labs. And as if anyone is here, who is facing problems in completing the labs and all.